Great Rising, everyone. This is Stephanie from Expert Teach LLC, and I have a quick message for you. I want to give you some advice, tips, guidance on how do you break a cycle of whatever there is you want to break in your life, something you want to change because you are going in a loop merry-go-round of like the same thing, same situations or similar, but it's 5 years later or 2 years later, you're like, hey, how am I still dealing with or going through? Let me tell you how. Because you have not sat or stood alone long enough to discern your energy frequency from the world's energy and frequency, which is everything that you consume around you, whether it be by telling a vision, whether it be by radio frequencies, what type of music and stations you are tuning into, um, how much, how many websites are you visiting in a 24-hour period. All of this is where you are consuming different opinions, different thoughts, different belief systems, different energies, different frequencies. And this is nothing that has been taught to us until you go seek it. It's not something they put right there. It's there, but they don't put it right in your face like the other things that they tell, visions and stories for you. These things you have to seek out on your own to find, because this is about you learning more about you, not about what is best for others. So if you want to break this cycle, I'm going to give you some free tips. One, you need to, again, I said, discern your energy by standing back. Standing back away from your everyday norm, your normal life, and just do something that's different for the first time. Meaning, if you normally go out every weekend with a certain group of people, sit this one out. If you normally do whatever it is you do that's normal, do something abnormal to your routine. That's how you break cycles. You have to do something different. Trust me, I know it's not a simple thing to do, but it's well worth it when it's for you. Okay? I'm going to say that again. Nothing is simple and easy. If everything came easy, we all would be rich, wealthy, famous, or whatever your wishes are. Or, living in a certain area and having that certain family life you want, how many children, the pets, the house, or whatever. You would have everything, and you can. But it starts with you, your mindset, and what frequency and energy are you surrounding yourself by? What are you absorbing? What are you learning? How are you growing? Are you growing? So the next step would be, after you've discerned, now you've been with yourself, you sat or stood with yourself long enough to know, okay, now I can go back around certain people, and that's how you figure, oh wait, that's not mine, that ain't mine. So I used to do that because I was around such and such. That's how you figure it out. So now that we established that, the next thing you're gonna do is, when people are trying to project things on you negatively that you know is not yours, because now you've discerned that's not my energy, it's not my frequency. So you know now to block it off. That's what that shield of protection is. That becomes more of a bubble around you, and you now is the only way it can get in. You have to open the door to allow it, or it has to be some type of portal, an entryway into your mind, your heart, your body, you get it, okay? You have to allow it in. So once you, again, learn to set those boundaries, that's where the boundaries come in. That's the second thing. Once you've discerned, now you set boundaries. Once you set boundaries, that's where you're going to start seeing the third thing happening. The people, places, and things that you no longer allow access to that does not serve your higher purpose, does not help you grow, does not reciprocate positive energy, good, nothing, or even if it's bad energy, because some bad energy is necessary to help you grow. I'm going to say that again. Some bad energy is necessary to help you grow because you have to learn through trial and error. So you have to go through the bad to get to the good, because the only way the good will sustain is to know how bad it can get. Let you know how good it can also get when you flip that thing around and reverse it. That's the magic in learning yourself. Once you learn yourself, you can discern yourself. Once you discern yourself, you can set boundaries with yourself, meaning you setting them for others, but they really are for you, because you are now programming yourself to not allow people to cross a threshold that you say is enough. You say it's too much. You say that hurt. You say it. So that means if it's affecting you in a negative cycle, you do what? You fall back and you let it fall away to the wayside and flush itself out. You don't have to feed into the negative energy, people. Walk away and pull back. That ain't being a punk. It ain't being a pussy. It ain't being scary. It's about when you know yourself, know your energy, and know your power, you wouldn't let people manipulate you into playing their game of, I'm going to piss you off so I can get you to react because I don't know what to do with my energy. So I'm going to go and fuck with somebody else's energy. Okay? This is what you're seeing out here in the world today. People that scrambling is the ones that have not sat with themselves or stood with themselves. They don't know themselves. They don't understand fully their whole, energy and frequency. Because if they did, they wouldn't even do the things that they do, that they think they're accomplishing something. They're only destroying. They're only self-destructing in a matter of time. They may not see the full collapse of their destruction, but trust me, baby, it's coming. That's not a threat, it's a promise. Whatever you put out, you will get back. That's the law of the universe, not my law. Law of the universe, your verse, you. Whatever you put out is what you get back. So when you see people being blessed, don't be jealous. Go do the work. Go ask them, what did they do? How did they get there? Instead of envy and jealousy and hatred being spewed toward these people that went and did miraculous work that almost took them off the face of this planet because they didn't know if they were coming or going. They went through phases of psychosis. When you reach a level of you're schizophrenic, you're bipolar, you're labeled all these things, you have ADD, ADHD. Yes, guess what? We all have levels of it. It all depends on how far you teeter-totter that scale and how much negative energy are you in based on how far those things will manifest in your life, people. It is that simple. So you are your world, is what I'm getting at. That's the fourth thing. Once you realize that now I've discerned, because I've stood in my own energy long enough to know what I feel and what I don't feel, what is mine and what is not mine. That's how you can discern with the people that come back into your life or that is in your life still, that, okay, no, this is the way we're going to communicate. This is healthy because I understand, respect, and appreciate your honesty, your truth. But guess what? That's not mine. And it's okay for us to say that to people lovingly. There's a lot of things you can do without, it being disrespect and all of that, but you can't control how people receive or perceive what you say and do. It's still not your business and really has nothing to do with you in reality. Because all you do is say what you mean what you say, and stand on it. And it's up to them if they want to push that boundary, they want to rock that boat, they want to flip it over. Because even if you stand in your truth and let these people do whatever they do, remember, it still has nothing to do with you. That's why you don't penetrate your own circle, your own universe. Because again, you set the boundary and you stand on it, meaning they have to literally come and remove you off your your square unless you open and let them in your square, your circle, whatever you want to call it. So this is why you have to know who you are in order to know where you're going and know where you've been. And that's when you will stop the cycle of going nowhere, of not learning the lessons that life is trying to give you. That's why you encounter people. It's the different parts of you at different chapters of your life that's really within your mind frame. You bringing it to reality as above, so below. You think it, you will. You believe it, you will receive it. That's it. What you think is what you bring to your life. So while you're trying to project it that, oh, such and such is this and that, such and such is this and that, this is really how you feel about yourself, because you thought the thought before it even came out your mouth about someone else. That means it's a thought of how you feel about yourself subconsciously. That's why people walk around so oblivious to the negative hate they spew, because it's embedded so deeply. How much they hate themselves for not standing strong, for not saying no, for not walking away, from not choosing themselves, from not standing in their power, from not standing in their truth. They decide to go and hate others because I really hate myself, is what they're saying to you indirectly. So if you want to break these cycles, trust me when I say I've been there, done that, would never do it again. Because I went through it multiple times, just like I'm sure some of y'all probably on your third, fourth, fifth, 10th cycle of the same with the same person, with a different person. Because the person that needs to change is you, not them. I learned that the hard way. I stuck around in situations way past the expiration date. And this is not just with people of relationships that I've had or situationships. These are in finances and jobs and business and community and relationship and family and parenting. In all areas of my life, I had to check myself. That's how I broke my cycle. And I'm giving you these free gems today because I really want people to have access, just like I seeked the knowledge to get access to learn more about who I was becoming, who I am now, because of all the things I chose. Yeah, I went down that rabbit hole, if that's what you want to call it. But it was much worth, very much worth the sacrifice I made, because it was for me. I've always sacrificed for others, even when they didn't ask for the sacrifice. So this is not to make people feel bad that I've sacrificed for. This is me just speaking my truth. And after I realized how much of me I lost in sacrificing for people and expecting, keyword, I expected, not they owed me. I expected, because now that my terminology has changed, because I grew in who I was and who I am, and that's why I know these people owed me nothing. Even if I gave them everything, they owe me nothing, because I owe me first. And if I don't feed me, it's not their job. If I don't provide for me, it's not their job. I can say this wholeheartedly and mean it. So if you want things to get better in your life, you have to get better, basically. You want things to stop going in a vicious cycle, you have to break it. And if you want to grow and become a better person and not retaliate, not go back and say, oh, I'm going to make you suffer and pay, because I'm not judge and jury over your life. It has nothing to do with being afraid. It has nothing to do with, oh, she's scary, or she's a pussy, she talk a lot of shit. No, I speak my truth. And if it ain't your truth, walk away. It ain't your business. That's nothing to see over here, okay? Like, for real. Don't come fuck around and find out and then get mad at what you find out. Like, come on. And then try to punish the person that is being blessed or being happy. You don't know what the they went through to get to where they are, or you don't even know what they're going through. That's why you stop judging. And this is why you need to mind your business. Because I promise you, we all would get so much further in life if we minded our own business and tended to ourselves first. And as we build our own cup and fill it to 100%, we have more than enough to give away after we fill our own cup and keep it full until someone else is pouring into that cup. You don't pour nothing out of yours. That's the fifth thing you need to do to break the cycle. Always take care of you first. And then anything you give, you give. You do not loan, you don't borrow, you give. Because what you give, you receive back tenfold, and it does not have to be from the person you gave to. That's what I had to learn. That was my fifth thing I learned. That everything I gave was just a seed that I sowed within these people. Even if it didn't grow within them, that's okay. It grew for them, but it didn't grow for me with them, and it's okay. I learned that that's why I stay in my own energy, my own source, and stay connected, because I have not allowed all these things to penetrate my universe anymore. And that's why people are wondering how in the fuck all these things are going on in our world, and she seems to be unbothered. Well, I want to go bother her. Guess what? You're not bothering me. You're bothering you, because everything you sent from me is coming right back to you. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, it's coming right back to you, because it has nothing to do with me. I'm not walking and carrying no one, picking up no one else's baggage that they have thrown over here in my yard, in my lap, trying to present their trauma that they don't want to heal and reveal and deal with. I've done mine. So anything you throw at me, trust me, everything and the kitchen sink is coming back for you, because that's the seed you plant. So know that you can break these cycles. But jealousy, envy, and hatred is one of the lowest and most negative energy sources that you're tapping into, people. So as long as you stay in that vibration, guess what you're going to bring to you? Negative, envy, and jealousy. So the same thing you spew out is the same thing you get back. That is it. And I'm not saying again that journey to self is easy. It's not. But nothing is. We complain about the weather. We complain about the food. Remember, everything is tainted and toxic at this point. People, places, and things. So if that's the case, then hey, you might as well just choose what's best for you at this point. Because almost everything is not good for you, but you make use of what is good and you make the best of what you have. That's the secret sauce, people. And stop being focused and allowing yourself to stay focused on, well, she don't look like this, or because she don't have this, that means she's faking, or because that's the problem. You focused on the wrong people. Just because someone don't have it today don't mean tomorrow it ain't, boom, it's right there. That's the whole point. You're not someone else's beginning nor end. Even if you try to end them, you will never end them. You only end you. So everything you do is only going to come back like that boomerang. It's inevitable. So you want to have a new garden of blessings, you need to start being one. Be a blessing to get a blessing. Be a source to get a source. Be of love to get love. Be of light to get light. I'm not shunning no one that's dark, because guess what? I've lived in the darkness too. Still live in darkness, but I know how to balance it. Because I sat with my enemies inside of me. I'm talking about the enemies I created in my own mind that I didn't realize I did. I sat with them. I chopped it up with them. That's the part they tell you where you're schizophrenic and you're crazy. If you talk to yourself, Well, you're the only person. If you only had you, who you gonna talk to? Yeah, it is very safe to talk to yourself, because your higher self should always be talking to your lower self. You know how they show the movies where they got the angel and the devil? That's exactly who we all are. We all have a God, and we all have a Satan, if you will, a devil within one soul. That's really the Holy Trinity. You have a dark and a light, and then you have a soul. Come on, people, y'all ain't ready. I'ma leave it at that. I'ma leave y'all with that. Y'all have a blessed day. If you need any more services, resources, go over to www.experteach, and that is XPERTEACHLLC.com, and go to my website, check out the different educational courses I have. I can teach you marketing strategies of how to revamp your business, blueprints, all of that. Check out my website. If you need life coach sessions, you need any other things that you can think of, you name it. If I don't know, I can refer you to someone that do. Because I'm into each one, teach one, and reach one. So if I can't service you, I'm not a hater. I will still refer you, even if it's to people I don't even fool with, because that is how you grow. I don't care what people, oh, well, why would you do? Because I am not judge and jury over them. I'm only judge and jury over me. So if my higher self say, you know what, you ain't with that petty ish, you can do that. But if they judge you, let them. Let them. Because again, the more you spit your negativity towards someone else, it only alchemizes into positivity. So keep doing what y'all doing, and you're only going to destroy your own lives. Be blessed.